Ken, a librarian at the Hinton Municipal Library. Today I'd like to show you RBDigital, a great platform to get audiobooks, magazines, and graphic novels. As with all of our e-resources, the first thing that you're going to need to do is open up a browser. Whichever browser you normally use works, whether that be Google Chrome, Microsoft Edge. I'll be using Firefox. Once our browser is open, we'll go to the library's website at hintonlibrary.org. Once that is loaded, we'll go to e-resources on the top bar. And type in RBDigital. From here, you can click on RBDigital. On this page, you can see that we have an informational pamphlet. We redirect to the help page, and we give you information if you ever want to contact the library for help. Once you get into the RBDigital website, if you're here for the first time, you will need to register. Here, you will create a username and password for login. You will enter in your library card information and your PIN. You will also need to enter in your first name, last name, email, and postal code. Be sure to select Hinton Library on the drop-down. If you so choose, you can read the Terms of Service and Privacy Policy. You will need to accept it. But for the purposes of this video, we'll be moving along. When you've entered all this information, click Register. Once you have registered, you'll be taken to the Help page. Here you can find some general information, tutorials, FAQs, troubleshooting, and so forth. On the Support page, you will see links to their desktop applications and their mobile applications. We can listen to and read materials through our browser, but there might be increased functionality by using one of their applications, whether it be desktop or mobile. At the time of recording, the RBDigital Media Manager for audiobooks has a bug. I did contact support, and it's a known issue, and they currently recommend using either the browser or the mobile application for their audiobooks. So we'll be just looking at the browser version. At this point, let's go back to the home page. To do that, you can click on RBDigital here. If this is not your first time, you'll need to sign in here, using your username and password that you set up before. Now I've signed in. You can see this because it says sign out and your name over here. On the main page, you will see some audiobooks, magazines, and comics that they recommend, whether they're new or popular. Now, let's open up the menu on the top left. This is the 3 lines here. From here, you can also return home. You can take a look at audiobooks, magazines and comics, the items you have checked out, your account settings, go to the help page, or log out. First, let's look at the audiobooks. On the audiobooks page, you will see items that are newly added, as well as bestsellers. You can also go up and view by genre. Or you can view all. On both genre and view all, you can filter the results by genre, audience, availability, fiction, nonfiction, language, or digital rights. You can also sort the results on the left by date added, title, author, narration, and so forth. Now, let's navigate to Magazines and Comics and select Magazines. Once again, we can filter our results by genre or language. If we go to Comics, we can once again sort or filter, and this time with the addition of rating. If we look at a comic page, we can see that we can check out the resource for 30 days. We can also get a description and see some details. This is slightly different from audiobooks. If you go into the audiobooks and click on a resource, you will see that you can check it out for a different number of days. You can also preview the audiobook before getting it.
Escapades might be a good word, I said, smiling as I pulled out the silk upholstery.
Now let's scroll back to the top, to the menu, and see some items that I've already checked out. On the checked out page, you can see that I already have a few audiobooks, a magazine, and a comic book checked out. On the items individual page, or here, you can click on Read or Play Now to view the resource. In the browser, when you click Play Now on an audiobook, it'll bring up a separate window. I'm going to maximize this window, and from here we can see different chapters of the book, as well as the length of each chapter. When we click on a section, it'll begin playing.
Recorded Books and RBDigital present Will My Cat Eat My Eyeballs?
You can pause or go to different chapters from here.
What would happen to an astronaut body in space?
It is important to note that if we close this window, RBDigital will not remember where we left off. So, we left off on part 2. And when we reload the book, it will be back to the introduction. We will also not be able to make bookmarks in audiobooks through the browser. However, if you go into a magazine or a comic book, you can make bookmarks. And it has loaded where I left off. When reading a magazine, we have a couple options. First, if we select this button here, it'll open up a view to view as pages, or we can view specific articles. This is the article view. It will not be in the same formatting as the pages. They'll try to make it just a single article view. If you view it as pages, we might need to zoom in to better read the work. When we're zoomed in, we can click and drag to move around the article. We also have the option to full screen with this button, and we can go back and forth through pages with the arrows on the left and right. It will remember how zoomed in you are as you go back and forth. We can make bookmarks using this button here, and it'll prompt us to select the page that we want to bookmark. If we're in an article view, it'll bookmark that article. To see your bookmarks, click on this button again, and you can see the red bookmark means that that page has been bookmarked. For articles, it'll also have the same red bookmark. You can also quickly jump between article and page view by clicking this button here. In the article view, you can change the font with this button. Here, you can increase the size of the font or the colors of the layout. Next, let's look at a comic book. Comic books function similarly to magazines. You have the option to look at the page layouts and bookmark individual pages. These will show up on the layout view. To move backwards and forwards, you can use the arrows, and you can zoom in, and then click and drag to move around. On both magazines and comic books, you also have the option to print. Finally, magazines and comic books have the option to zoom ahead through the pages, as well as full screen. To exit full screen, press this button again, or the escape key on your keyboard. On the checked out page, we have the option to renew, or if we go into the resource, we have the additional option to return. A book that we haven't checked out, we can add to our wish list. To see our wish list, we can go up to the menu, select My Account, and look at our wish list. We can also see our holds, our history, items that RBDigital recommends to us, our profile, and settings. When you're done on RBDigital, you might want to log out. And that's all you really need to know to get started with RBDigital in your browser. If you have any questions, be sure to check out this pamphlet, RBDigital's help page, or contact the library. We're happy to answer any questions you have about RBDigital, whether you're using browser, mobile, or their applications. We hope this video helped you. We appreciate any likes on YouTube or Facebook, as well as subscriptions to YouTube and follows on Facebook. If you have any suggestions for further Did You Knows, please send us a message. Thank you for watching this video, and thank you for supporting your local library.